Welcome to Father-Son Flight Sim.
Welcome to Father-Son Flight Sim. What are we doing today?
Today we are going to be doing maneuvers out over the channel, and we're at Orange County Airport, which is our favorite home base.
And we're also going to throw into the mix what you need to do for ATC. Now, we are not going to actually run with ATC in the game or in or any of the service providers out there like VATSIM. We're going to sort of practice. So my son is not quite sure what to do when it comes to the ATC. And the Orange County Airport is a Class Charlie airspace.
Yep.
And so we are going to go through it, and we're going to kind of rehearse what to say. And if he has questions, I'll tell him what to say. I'll try to play the part of ATC, although I'm probably, getting this the first time myself. So I'm probably a little rusty a little bit, so I might make a few mistakes. But the idea here is, we're in the Class Charlie airspace, which means you need to have two-way radio communication to be in it.
Yep. And
since we are on the ground at ATC, we are going to have to get clearance before we take off and before we proceed on our flight. So good. You're going to do your pre-flight now. We're going to check all of it.
I'm just starting up the plane with the checklist that I have right here.
Turn your nav lights on.
Doesn't say that.
It does. Okay.
You don't see that.
All right. Now you'll need an outside view. You could check all of your control surfaces and make sure all the lights are working properly. There you go. The flaps are down. You see the beacon on.
Yep.
Good. So what is the first ATC element that you'll have to do before you start taxiing? The very first thing.
Clearance.
True, but there's one thing you got to do before that.
ATIS.
Yes, you have to get ATIS. Okay, and we have our flight plan go today, so we have all the frequencies we're going to need. Do you want to practice actually dialing in the radio frequencies, or you want to just
why not?
Okay, well, even though it won't actually work, we'll go ahead and dial those in. Yep. Okay, so now continue to follow your checklist to make sure that everything's good to go. You're on your before startup engines part of the checklist?
Yep.
Okay.
Lights off.
Yeah, except for your beacon.
Yes. Should I keep taxi lights on?
Yeah, you take the fuel pump off. Well, I guess you're about to start up, so you can leave it on.
All right.
And then, what does it say? I'll have you look at the checklist and do it.
Throttle to about 1/4. Master fuel pump on.
And where mixture rich.
Rich propeller.
Quarter.
Yeah. Clear the prop.
Clear the prop. Okay. So you normally open the window to do that.
So let's start.
So let's start her up. Okay. Good.
All right.
All right.
And we're just going, okay, so I have to check all this. Looks good.
All right.
Except the temperature, but...
You have a little, well, it's going to take a little while to warm up, but you have oil pressure. That's good.
Yeah.
Your vacuum is not in the green yet because you're going to, you have to throttle up a little bit to get it into the green.
Maybe I should throttle.
Now today, well, actually, I'll let you get ATIS so you can tell me what's going on around the weather.
Now it's in the green.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so throttle back because you need to now turn on your nav lights, I think. What does it say?
Avionics.
Yep, good. Avionics. Okay.
So let's turn on the avionics, which I just did. Radios on and set, so I should probably tune ATIS.
ATIS, yes, and the frequency for ATIS is 126.0.
Okay, okay, that's good. Then I'm going to leave it on
That's 126.8, so 126.0.
That looks like a 0.
Yeah.
I should probably...
Yeah, the other way. Very good. and activate.
Good. It's this one, right?
Right.
Alright.
Orange County, John Wayne, Skyline, information Romeo. 1900 Zulu weather.
Okay.
Wind calm. Visibility more than 10.
Alright, so what it says
Sun conditions,
next,
25,000 overcast.
transponder
Temperature
on,
14.
what's the transponder code?
2.3.
We don't have it yet.
Altimeter 3031. Arriving
Right.
runways 02 left, 02 right.
Okay.
Departing runways
Okay,
02
so
left,
02. So what
02 right.
what does this all mean?
Advise
This
on
is
initial contact. You have Romeo.
Okay, so
what information is this? Information
Zulu. Or Romeo.
Romeo. Correct. And the wind is calm. You have visibility 10, and you have an overcast layer, which you noticed when we loaded up.
Mm-hmm.
How high is that?
Orange County,
25,000.
John Wayne,
So is that going to be a factor for us?
No,
information
we are
Romeo.
not going to fly that
We
high,
shouldn't.
hopefully.
That's over the airport. I hope it's not over the channel. But
Temperature is 14, dew point 3.
and altimeter
I gotta
30.
set my altimeter.
Yeah, that's right. 3031.
2.3.
It's
Altimeter 3031.
That's
pretty high,
02
yeah.
Left, 02 right. Departing runway.
So it's like right here.
Left.
Yep. Now,
02
one more back.
right.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now notice if the elevation of this airport is at roughly 54 feet.
Uh-huh.
So you see, if you don't have the altimeter setting and you're on the ground, you know the elevation of the airport.
Yeah.
You can set the altimeter to your
Orange County,
elevation,
John Wayne.
and then you'll know what the altimeter setting is for the airport. That's another way to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so we're good with.
on.
We're,
What's the transponder?
well, we weren't given one yet.
Oh.
So, and your transponder is off, so it's okay. We don't need to worry about that. Why don't you taxi out to the center line there and be ready to contact clearance delivery?
Hold on, it wants me to retract flaps.
Oh, good. Following the checklist. Good.
And then it wants brakes. Yeah, there's still check. And then adjust the gyro for the
Excellent.
here.
Excellent.
Yes.
So, what is your gyro? What reading should it have?
It should have about, was that 194?
Yep, 194.
Okay.
About right. So why don't you set that to 194, and then we should be good.
Other way, probably. Right there?
Yep, right there.
Okay.
Good.
Should I
Now,
set the heading bug?
our heading. Now they said the runways were 20, or was it 02?
It was
Orange County, John Wayne.
02.
Yeah, 02. Okay.
Information Romeo.
Okay, you can turn that off.
1900 Zulu
Zero.
weather.
Okay, so set the heading bug to 02, so that we can remind ourselves what the active runways
020?
are. 020.
Alright, so that would be.
And that's going to change our plan a little bit because we're going to now run up in the southwest run up, which is very close to where we are.
Okay.
Okay?
Alright.
Now set your also your attitude so that the dot is right on the center line. There. There you go. A little higher.
Alright.
Good. Okay. Now where are you at the checklist?
Parking brake set, doors and windows, they should be closed. That's right.
Good. You could glance left and right to see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wonder if you can actually open. Oh,
You can.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. Anyways, let's not get off task. Flight controls free and correct. So
slowly. There you go.
that's
Good.
right.
Look behind you. Behind you. Oh, there you can go outside. Actually, the button's right here for a rear look.
Oh, and that's good.
And rudders.
Works.
Good. Back to center view. All right.
Altimeter set. We just did that.
Good.
Fuel selector valve. Both.
Good.
Both. Mixture rich. It's on rich. Elevator trim for takeoff. I could adjust that a tiny bit.
Yeah.
It's good now.
Good.
Throttle one. Should this be at the
Should be idle at this point.
Or like, should this be at the run-up area right now?
Are you doing the run-up before takeoff?
Well, I'm on...
Yep,
here.
that's the run-up. So
Okay.
why don't we now go to clearance delivery.
Alright.
Clearance delivery for this airport will be on 121.85.
Okay, 121.85. Eight five.
Is that 85 or 05?
Yeah,
Yeah,
85.
85. Okay.
And switch it.
Switch it. Okay. Now, you don't have to contact because I'm going to play the part.
Okay.
Okay. Do you know what to say?
Cessna 172 Sierra Papa request taxi to clearance delivery. No, that's terrible.
Nope, that's terrible.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, okay, so what do you want to do? What do we want to do today?
Go to run up.
Well, that's what we want to do in the ground. What do we want to do?
Oh, maneuvers.
We want to do maneuvers. And where are we going to do maneuvers?
Over the channel.
Over the channel. And that is a southwest departure.
Okay.
All right, so you're going to say clearance delivery, Cessna 172 Sierra Papa.
Okay.
So say it.
Clearance delivery, Cessna 172 Sierra Papa.
Cessna 172 Sierra Papa, go ahead. Now what do you say?
Clearance to Sierra Papa. Clearance delivery, Southwest departure. No, I don't know.
That was close, but you're not complete. You have to say, here's what you say. You say, Cessna 172 Sierra Papa is a Cessna 172/Alpha.
Okay.
I think we're an Alpha. With information Romeo for Southwest departure.
Okay.
Okay? VFR.
Okay.
Okay?
So, this is, Cessna 172 Sierra Papa is a Cessna 172/Alpha, Southwest departure, information Romeo VFR.
Very good.
Okay.
That's very good. Okay, so this is where he's going to start giving you instructions.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I think we're an Alpha. Now, an Alpha is an airplane with a transponder, and it has DME capability. And we have DME capability kind of with our GPS, so we can actually get distance from landmarks if we had to. So that's why I said we're an Alpha.
Okay.
Okay. If you didn't have that there, if you only had the nav radios, you would be a /uniform with no DME. Okay. So that / it signifies to the ATC what type of navigation abilities that you have in the airplane.
Okay.
Okay, and then he will treat you accordingly.
Okay.
All right. So here's the response. Let me see if I can remember this. Cessna 172 Sierra Papa. Southwest departure approved. Squawk 4716. Head 220 after departure. Your departure frequency will be, let's see, what is it? Departure frequency will be 12. Where is it on here? I should have looked this up before saying that. Where is departure frequency? Let's see. Let's look at the flight plan go. I think it's 12.
126.8?
No, that is the tower frequency. Actually, let me back up here because I can't find it on this one. Here it is. 124.5, I believe it is. SoCal approach.
124.5.
So your departure frequency will be 124.5. Now you're going to dial that in the background. Okay, and have it ready to go.
Okay.
And don't forget you have your nav, you have your COM 2 you can use for that too.
Okay.
All right, so 124.5. Now, I've just given you an instruction. Now you have to read it back.
Okay. Repeat transmission.
What squawk did I give you?
Oh yeah. Okay, so Cessna Cessna 1720 Papa Squawk 4716.
Is that what I gave you?
Yeah. That's what
Is that what I gave you? Okay.
Yeah,
4716, okay.
Yep.
I don't remember. But all right, well, let's say I gave you 4716,
Yep.
okay?
4716 departure frequency on 124.5.
Cessna 172 Sierra Papa, read back correct, contact ground 120.8.
I should put that.
120.8 to Sierra Papa. Say it back.
1208.
1208
120.8 Sierra or
to Sierra Papa.
2 Sierra Papa.
Okay, now you're good.
Okay, so I should probably put this in COM 2.
Yep.
Okay.
Go ahead and put it at 120.8. And then, you know what? You're going to have tower, and tower is going to be 126.8. So get those two frequencies ready to go.
So COM 2, none of them will be active on COM 2?
Well, you're going to contact ground first at 120.8.
Okay.
So dial that in. Dial that into COM 2. 120.8. Okay. It's actually easier to dial them in on the Baron, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, a little bit more. Oh, back. Okay, now flip that to active, and then 126.8 for the other one.
126.
Yeah, that's right. 126.8. Oh, okay, you're going the other way.
Yeah.
Okay, now get ready to taxi. You're going to want to make the 120.8 your active comm.
Okay.
So you're going to dial in, you're going to press COM 2 to make it active.
Okay.
Because it's already dialed in, right? No, you had it active. Yep. 120.8 is the active. Okay, and COM 2. Okay, good. Now taxi out to the yellow line there, but don't pass the road.
Okay.
Okay, and I will tell you where to go.
All right, I'm taxing. So do not pass the road.
Yeah. Okay. There. Stop. Okay. So just to familiarize yourself, the southwest run up is going to be straight and to the right.
Okay.
Okay, like kind of straight where that sort of citation jet is.
Okay.
Okay. So now you need to contact ground.
Okay, and ground was
0.8,
Okay.
which you have active. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to say Orange County ground, Cessna 172 Sierra Papa, ready for takeoff, southwest departure.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh. Ouch. Okay, so it was. Okay.
Say it clearly. Don't be afraid. Okay.
Cessna 172 Sierra Papa, ready for takeoff, southwest departure.
Not ready for takeoff. Ready for taxi.
Ready? You said takeoff.
Did I say okay, sorry. Ready for taxi.
Ready for taxi, southwest departure.
Okay. Cessna 172 Sierra Papa, good afternoon. Taxi to the southwest run-up area. Via Bravo.
Taxi to
Taxi southwest.
Taxi southwest.
Run-up.
Run up.
Via Bravo.
Via Bravo to Sierra Papa.
Correct. Now you're cleared to taxi to the run-up, which is going to be just to your right. Good, you looked. All right. So turn right. And you see it's right in that area right there. See that straight ahead?
Right here?
Yep.
Okay.
So go in there and flip around. Past the little dotted line and turn right. Great. Okay, park. Okay, set parking brake and go through your before takeoff.
Alright, so parking brake set, doors closed, flight controls, we just checked that. Flight instruments, they're good. Altimeter is set. Fuel valve selector, it's both.
Good.
Mixture rich. It's rich. Elevator trim for takeoff.
Good.
That's good. And then magnetos. Check.
Okay, so now you got to rev up, right?
Yeah.
So go to 1800 RPM.
Or 1700.
Or
1700.
whatever it's telling you, okay? I go to 1800. Okay, now
Okay.
magnetos. Okay, back to
Good.
both.
And now right.
Okay, you're seeing what you need to see.
Yep.
Now check your gauges.
Gauges are all in the green.
Good.
And okay, what else? Need to check engine instrument check.
Good.
Ammeter.
Ammeter check, which we kind of just did. Everything's in the
Yeah.
green. Your ammeter's at 0 is where you want it. Okay.
Okay. Ammeter check. Vacuum pressure.
Vacuum's in the green. Check.
Yeah. Throttle idle.
Good.
Radios as required. We just did that. Lights as required.
Okay, so you're gonna need your nav and strobe.
What about taxi?
You don't need your land or taxi because it's in the middle of the day. And fuel pump is on. Good.
Yep.
Okay, you ready?
Okay. Transponder alternate. Alt.
Yeah, set it to alt. Okay, good.
And parking brake release. And then next. Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Alright,
so
let's taxi.
are you ready now? For takeoff, just to look at ahead, you need to have flaps retracted, which I just checked. They're good. And then full throttle open and rotate at what speed?
55 knots.
Good. Okay. So contact ground again and say run up complete. Cessna 172, run up complete, ready to continue.
Cessna 172, Sierra Papa, run up complete, ready to taxi to runway. Which runway?
You just say ready to continue.
Ready to taxi.
Okay. Cessna 172 Sierra Papa, roger. Taxi to runway 2's left, hold short at Delta via Bravo.
Okay.
Read that.
2 Sierra Papa, or no.
That's right.
2 Sierra Papa.
Cessna 20 Papa.
Cessna 172 Sierra Papa. Clear to taxi to runway 28 left?
No, 2 left.
2 left via Bravo, hold short at Delta.
Go ahead.
Can I see that?
Yeah, you're going to turn left, and then it's going to be your first. You'll see Delta when you get Buck on the taxiway there.
You're right.
And then hold short, right?
Yep. And as you can see, guys, we are using the scenery that we showed last video. If you want to see that, link will be in the description. So.
Okay.
So this is Delta coming up here.
Yep. Yeah, that's available for purchase at xplane.org. So Skyline. Yep. Okay, here's the hold short line. And then ATC will say, Cessna 172 Sierra Papa, contact tower 126.8.
126.8 to Sierra Papa.
Okay, switch over.
126.8?
That's why you have it ready to go. You just click the little C. Right? Okay. Now, what do you say?
Cessna 172 Sierra Papa with you ready for takeoff.
Nope.
No.
No, you got to say Cessna 172 Sierra Papa holding short runway 2 left
holding short
at Delta ready for departure.
Ready for southwest departure, right?
You just say ready for departure.
Okay. Cessna 172 Sierra Papa is holding short 2 left at Delta. Ready for takeoff. Ready for departure.
Yeah, now the reason why you don't use takeoff is because it's reserved for cleared for takeoff.
Oh, okay.
So if you say takeoff, someone may accidentally hear cleared for takeoff, right? Or they might hear that word. So it's reserved for cleared for takeoff only. So you say ready for departure.
Ready for departure.
Okay. Now, Cessna 172 Sierra Papa, cleared for departure, fly heading 220. Fly heading 220, okay?
Cessna 172 Sierra Papa, cleared for takeoff, cleared for departure.
Cleared for takeoff.
Cleared
You
for
can do
takeoff.
takeoff for that one, yeah.
Cleared for takeoff, fly heading 220.
Correct. Now go.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to get out my map so I can see where you are. So right now you focus on taking off, okay?
Alright.
Get my sectional out.
And let's take off. Just veering to the left a lot.
Yeah. Okay. You full power?
Yep.
All right.
55 knots.
Now get to about 500 feet before you turn
Okay.
or so.
So there's rotate.
Good.
Right. So like you said.
Good. Good. Okay. You can trim a little bit for climb if you want. If you're fighting it. Okay, good. Alright, you're about 500 feet now. Turn 220.
Alright. Turning. Heading 220.
Alright, now I'm going to monitor when you should contact SoCal
Okay.
departure.
Which is what frequency?
You have it dialed in 1245.
Okay.
So you'll just switch to COM 1 and remember 220, okay?
Yep.
Okay.
Almost there.
Okay, and I'm going to be watching you. You know what I'm watching for?
What?
When you get about to this point out in the space where the Class Charlie is no longer at the surface, at that point I'm going to hand you off to SoCal departure.
Okay.
But you already have two-way radio communication, so you are cleared to be in the Class Charlie airspace,
Okay.
right? You have to be 500 feet below the clouds, or 1,000 feet above the clouds, or 2,000 feet, I think, laterally, and with 3 miles visibility. So I think we remember that as 3152 is the way we used to remember that.
Okay.
So 3 miles, 1,000 feet above, 50 feet below, 2,000 feet laterally.
What altitude do you want me to climb to?
I'm going to tell you that in just a minute. I would say 3,000 feet.
Alright. When are you gonna hand me off?
I'll hand you off once we're kind of in this area here.
Okay.
I know you guys don't see it, but on the flight plan go, I'm looking at the Class Charlie airspace, and we're going to be about halfway to the shore before I hand them off. Okay?
Okay.
Alright, so I guess we're about there. Okay?
Kind of wish there was a roll trim on this.
Yeah, I kind of do too. But you can do the trick where you burn off one tank if you're really having a problem with it. All right, at this point you're 2,500 feet. I'm gonna at the tower. I'm gonna say, okay, Cessna 172 Sierra Papa, radar contact SoCal departure 124.5.
124.5 to Sierra Papa.
Okay, now switch to COM 2 or COM 1, sorry, and make sure that's the active. Okay. And now all you got to say is SoCal departure, Cessna 172 with you at 3,000 feet. Now you need to level out because you're already at 3,000 feet, okay?
So Cessna 172 Sierra Papa,
3,000 feet.
SoCal departure with you at 3,200.
Okay.
Descending to 3,000.
Well, trim the plane for level flight, okay? Because you're now going to speed up, okay? All right, Cessna 172 Sierra Papa, radar contact, maintain at or below 3,000. That's it. Okay, so you just do that and you keep heading on your...
That's nice.
Okay, so get back down to 3,000 feet.
Yep.
And level out, and then we'll head straight over the channel there and we'll start our maneuvers.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. Cessna 172 Sierra Papa, fly heading 240.
Fly heading 2402 Sierra Papa.
Okay, fly heading 240. Now I did that to get you underneath the shelf here, outside the shoreline. So once you're there, I can actually terminate radar search as long as you don't climb above 3,500. So we're going to stay at 3,000, okay?
Right on 3,000.
Yep.
Nice.
Okay.
We got out of it. Okay.
Okay. Now I'm going to tell you to change. Oh, that's cool. You're going to go do a little outside view.
Yep.
Okay, so we're past the shore. Good. Okay. Now I'm going to give you a final call. Cessna 172 Sierra Papa. Radar services terminated. Squawk VFR 1200. Good day.
Squawk VFR 1200.
Frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved.
Okay, so now you're going to turn off your comm and squawk 1200.
Okay.
That's your VFR. Whoop, 1200. 1200. Okay.
Right.
Now just be careful because you have a shelf at 3,500 feet. You cannot go above 3,500 feet. Okay. We're going to go out a little bit more over the ocean before we start our maneuvers practice, and we'll get very clear of that Charlie space. Okay.
Yep.
So a few more minutes. Okay, so the maneuvers we're going to do today are left turn, right turn.
Slow. Oh, yeah, 360.
360
2-minute
turn.
turns, right?
2-minute turns.
Yeah. Which we have a timer on the SciTech yoke.
Yep. You can also use the timer there on the in the cockpit, the virtual cockpit. Maintain at 3,000. You're getting a little low there.
Yeah.
So if you notice you're low, just a little bit
Speed
more
up.
power. Yeah.
Okay.
And you're a little slow there too. So you can go about 80% power now, and leave it there. Okay.
All right.
And trim for that. Straight and level. Good. Now, notice when you speed up, your wings are going to produce more lift, and it's going to want to go up again, right? See?
Yep.
See, you're climbing again.
And just keep
so you
trimming.
need to hold it level, right?
Okay.
And then you have to feel which way am I holding force? Am I holding my force in, or am I holding my force towards me?
I'm holding my force in.
Right. So now you're going to trim down until you don't need to hold that force anymore. So you're going to trim a little bit, let it back. The whole time you're going to try to keep VSI at 0, okay?
Okay.
So leave that attitude in, that dot right on the horizon,
Okay.
right? And then you'll trim a little bit and you'll say, okay, how much pressure can I get off of that? And then you'll do a little bit, you do it more, and you hold it at VSI at 0, right? So hold it VSR, and then, okay, now hold it at 0. You're a little bit low, because you're high, right? Okay, hold it at 0. Now, which way are you holding the yoke?
Forward.
Okay, so now you need to put down trim a little bit, just a little bit, and now recalibrate. Now, were you able to back off a little bit on the pressure?
Barely.
Okay, you are completely clear of the Charlie airspace. Okay?
Okay.
So
Alright.
this is how. Yeah. Okay. Now you're a little high, so.
I'm gonna trim down. Okay.
Okay. So, see when you point down like that, you're going to speed up. See your speedometer,
Yeah.
and then you're going to generate more lift, and then you're going to go up, right?
Yeah.
So this is how the plane starts to get into that oscillation mode, right?
Yeah.
Where you're going up, down, up, down, up, down. It's because you need to sort of hold the attitude straight and level while you're trimming and adjust And then once you're holding it, you go, okay, am I pushing the yoke down, or am I pulling the yoke up? And then you trim accordingly until you don't need to have that force anymore.
Yeah.
So it's not like immediately, and you don't use trim to pitch the plane. It's to remove the force of the yoke. Mm-hmm. Right?
Okay.
So you'll get that. That takes a little practice, but once you learn how to properly trim the plane, it'll be like autopilot. You know, you won't have to touch it again. And then if you start to drift a little bit on the low side of your altitude, you can add a little bit of power and get back up without touching your trim. Mm-hmm. And then if you're climbing up a little bit, you can just back off the power really slightly, and it'll go right back down. Okay. And you won't have to retrim the plane. You see?
Yeah.
So you can control it, micro control a little bit with the power, mm-hmm. and that's a lot easier than trying to fight the yoke, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. All right. So now give it to about 80% power. You want to get up to 100 knots for maneuvering speed. Okay. All right. Now we're at 240.
Yep.
Do a left 360 standard rate turn without losing any altitude.
Do you want me to do a timer?
No, it's okay. Let's just keep it at standard rate on the indicator, and that'll be your 2-minute full turn. Okay.
All right. Let's do this.
We'll get into timing ourselves once you get really good at holding altitude. Now you're climbing, right? So you got to push down on the yoke and keep that dot right on the attitude, and keep the left turn wing right on that line there on the turn indicator.
Yep.
That will tell you you're at 2-minute turns. Mm-hmm. And hold it there and roll out when you get to 240. Right?
Yep.
Now be mindful because you're in a slight climb, so it means you got to push down a little bit. All right? Now, the beauty is when you get back out of this turn, if you've trimmed the plane properly, when you go fly straight and level again, you won't have to retrim.
That's nice.
Right? Yeah. Because it's already trimmed for your you might have to speed back up to your trim speed, but once you're there, you won't have to retrim the plane because it's already been trimmed.
Yeah. So
it's a lot easier. And doing turns like this, it may seem a little bit mundane, right? Mm-hmm. But actually, it teaches you that you're going to lose a little altitude when you have a bank on your plane because you're not generating as much lift. Mm-hmm. And it teaches you how to compensate for that in the yoke.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's really important to learn how to do these kind of turns without losing or gaining any significant altitude. Okay? And we're in a perfect place to practice because we're in, basically Class E airspace. We don't need to talk to anybody, and Class Echo airspace, and we don't have to worry about ATC. You just have to, watch it. Now, there's one thing you should do before you get into these turns, and I know we don't have any AI aircraft, but you should check your turn now. Good. You roll out on 2-4. Now, as the plane gets back to level, it's going to want to climb again, so you got to hold it until you stabilize on the speed, right? And then so you're climbing, you got to push down, right? And then once you get into your trim speed, the plane will go back to your former trim.
Okay.
You see? Now that's not easy to learn. It takes a lot of practice. As you can see, I mean, you didn't hold altitude very well there. But if you were to take the test, right, you can be sure that they're going to ask you to do one of these, and they're going to watch to see how well you hold altitude during the turn. Okay? Now, there's another variant of this where we do a 45-degree bank turn, or we do what we call a steep turn, or it's beyond 45. You see that, you have those marks on your attitude indicator? Yep. That kind of indicates the degree of bank.
Okay.
And you see that line sort of halfway, sort of like you have your 90-degree line, and then you have your 30-degree line, and you have your 60-degree line. You see that?
Yeah.
Those big ones there? Now we would do the turn, and we would do the same thing at holding it at this angle of turn, right, or bank. So you want to try that, a steep turn. Okay. Now remember, you got to hold your altitude the same way you held it when you did the standard rate turn.
Okay.
All right. So you want so you're not 3,200 feet right now.
The steep turn is right here at this line.
No, it's the next one.
Here.
Yep, the next one. So why don't you do a right steep turn, roll back out on 240, and do not lose or gain any altitude. Okay?
Alright.
Alright, so get back to start when ready. Okay, go. Take it to the 60-degree bank.
So here?
Yeah, and keep that dot right on the horizon. No, the next one over.
Oh. Here?
Yeah, yeah. Now you notice you're going to have to compensate for your lift loss, right? A little more on the yoke because you're going to lose that much more lift.
It's really fast.
Yeah. All right, and this is why we don't fly with steep turns because your passengers are going to throw up in your lap, right?
Yep.
All right, and you need more time to roll out. See?
Yep.
Okay, now level out, level out. Okay.
Yeah.
See? You got to watch that attitude indicator. See? That's your most important gauge.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, straight and level again. There you go. Okay. Excellent. Pretty good.
Okay, right at 2-4.
All right. Yep, right at 240. Okay, so let's put it into slow flight.
Okay.
So to put it into slow flight, you're going to power down a little bit, 50%, and wait for your airspeed to get under, I don't know, about 100. And then you're going to put your first degree of flaps in.
Okay.
And you're going to, the whole time, you got to, I don't want you to lose any altitude, okay, or gain any altitude.
Yep.
Okay, and you're going to, yeah, you're going to start until you're at full flaps, okay? So you're going to transition. Okay, you can go ahead and put your first notch in.
It's not in the white arc.
Okay. Actually, you can put your first one in below 110.
Oh, okay.
I read that in the manual.
Oh.
Okay, so now you need to slow down into the white arc and power up. You don't want to lose any altitude. Okay, next degree of flaps. And stay within the green arc, but you want to get as close to that, like without stalling, as close to it as
55 knots.
Yeah, about 50 knots or as close to that as possible without stalling, and don't lose any altitude. You're losing altitude. Okay, straight and level. Power up a little bit.
Okay, it's like at
Yep.
56 or 57.
Okay, you have another degree of flaps you can put in, another notch. Go full flaps now.
Really?
Yep. Now you're going to power up, right? Okay, and keep that, get as slow as you can without stalling and don't lose any altitude, okay? Learn how to control the plane at the slow flight. Okay, this is called slow flight. Now you'll notice that the turns are going to be really sluggish, right?
Okay,
This
so
is
should I start standard rate?
Do a standard rate turn to the left and keep your speed. Don't lose any altitude. And yeah, it's right. It's going to be hard, okay, because the plane's going to be real sluggish. And you'll notice that in order to keep your VSI at 0, look at, you need to pitch up a little bit. See that?
Yeah.
So keep it right there on that. I think it's 5-degree mark, right?
Yes.
And notice how, yeah, you have to, that's like your landing, right? You're at landing configuration. And so when you flare, it's going to, yeah, you see it's a lot more sluggish, huh?
Yeah.
Now, the thing to be careful about here is when you're in this full configuration, it is so easy to stall. All right?
Yeah.
It is really, this is, you
And
see how
somehow-
slow you're going?
I'm going at exactly 55 knots.
Good, good. Okay, you're climbing a little bit though, so you can slow power down a little bit. Right? You don't want to power down a little bit. You got to keep it slow. All right. And when you get to 240, you're going to transition out, which means you're going to go full power.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to hold the attitude straight and level, and very slowly, one notch at a time, you're going to lift your flaps back up.
Okay.
Okay?
So sluggish. Okay, and
Okay,
full
full power.
and reduce flaps.
Yep, and straight and level. One at a time, one at a time.
Yep.
Let the plane speed up, compensate, get to a new balance before you raise the notch again, okay?
Okay.
All right, are you full up yet?
Yeah.
You're full up?
Yeah.
Okay, you did that a little fast.
Yeah.
Okay, let's turn in 050. Turn right, 050. Let's get away from Catalina. Okay, and we're on our way back. We're going to do some stalls.
Okay.
Okay, and don't climb. Don't climb. Okay, you retrim if you have to, but you're doing all these maneuvers. You really shouldn't have to retrim if you've done it properly.
Yeah.
Right? Now you're climbing again. Okay. So I said 050, is that right?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so I can level up.
Yeah, you're climbing. You're climbing. You're blowing your altitude. So yeah, that's right. Just power down a little bit. You don't need to dive bomb back. You just get to 500. Yeah, get back to 3,000. 3,000.
All right. Okay. So.
All right. Let's see where you are here. Okay, you're kind of. You're well within the class Bravo. That's the Bravo shelf starts at 8,000 feet, so you're well under that.
Okay.
Okay, so now what I want you to do is power all the way off and try to hold 3,000 feet as long as you can until the plane stalls.
Okay.
And notice what's going to happen to your speed, and and then as soon as you stall, I want you to put the yoke in and full power, and then recover. Okay.
All right.
But don't go into a spin.
That'll be disastrous. Okay.
All right, power off, and maintain your altitude as long as you can. Keep it there. Keep that VSI at 0. Watch your VSI. VSI. Don't drop altitude. Okay. VSI. Keep it going. Yeah. You're gonna gradually pitch up until you hear the stall warning, and then you'll stall. Right? And this also teaches you about the plane, particularly on landing, how it's going to behave.
Yeah.
Right? So you'll see now you're in a clean position. Okay, you should start hearing the stall warning in a minute.
That's the stall warning.
Okay, you're stalled.
Okay.
Recover and full power and climb back up to 3,000.
Okay.
Very good. You only lost about 300 feet. That's good.
Okay. Only 300 feet.
And these are really good to practice, all right? This is how you learn about the plane, all right?
Okay.
So, again, this is going to be on the check ride, or it would be on the check ride. You'd have to do all this stuff. Okay. So now I want you to dial in Seal Beach VOR. I'll give you the frequency.
Okay.
And start heading directly towards it.
All right.
And don't climb above 3,000. No, remember how to trim. You push in, and then you trim to take the force off. Okay?
Okay.
That's almost good. Okay, so go ahead. The frequency is going to be on your nav 115.7. So switch it over to... There you go. It's already there. It's on nav 2 already.
Oh. Here?
So, yeah.
Should I
So,
do it
yep.
until it's in front of me?
Yep. Oh, there you go. Okay. So that is the to or the from?
This is the to. Or no, from.
That's the from. See the arrows pointing down?
Yeah.
Okay. Are we sure that's it? 115.7? Is that right? Is that the right one? Can you double click that for a second?
115.7.
Okay. All right. Dial it in until you have a 2 heading, and watch out because you're climbing. You're at 3,500 feet.
A 2 heading?
Yep.
Okay.
So put that back. X that out. X the panel out. Okay, and then dial your radial until you have a 2 radial.
Okay.
And it should be 180 degrees from where you were. Okay. Okay, center it. Okay. Now, in order to go to the station, what heading do you have to fly?
I have to fly. What is that? 10. Heading,
Is that
heading 010?
010. Okay, turn 010. Okay. Okay, get back down to 3,000 as well. And we are going to contact SoCal to approach VFR to Orange County.
All right.
Okay. So that will be 124.5.
Okay. So it's on 124.5.
Okay, so contact SoCal approach. You say SoCal approach, Cessna 172 Sierra Papa.
And that's it.
Yep. Wait for me to respond.
Cessna or SoCal departure.
Approach.
SoCal approach. Cessna 172 Sierra Papa.
Cessna 172 Sierra Papa. Go ahead. Now what do you say? Okay, here's what you say. You go, okay, Cessna 172 Sierra Papa over the channel, 3,000 feet, full stop, Orange County.
Okay. Cessna 172 Sierra Papa over the channel, full stop, landing at Orange County.
And 3,000 feet.
And 3,000 feet.
Cessna 172 Sierra Papa, squawk 3505 and ident.
Squawks 3505 and ident.
Okay.
To Sierra Papa.
Okay, 3505. And where's the ident? It's right there. You see it?
Press it.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Then you wait. All right?
Okay.
Cessna 172 Sierra Papa, radar contact 3,000 feet, 5 miles south of Seal Beach. Head towards Huntington Beach Pier. Report over the pier.
Cessna 172 Sierra Papa. What was it?
Fly to the Huntington Beach Pier and report.
Okay, where's that?
It'll be to your right. I'll help you.
Okay. Fly to it?
Yeah, you have to repeat. You have to acknowledge.
Cessna 172 Sierra Papa, flying to Huntington Beach Pier.
3,000 feet?
2,000.
3,000
feet. Yeah.
You don't have to repeat he already acknowledged you're at 3,000 feet. Okay, so turn right. I want to say about 050 maybe. So go ahead and turn right. And you're going to report to ATC again once you're close to the Huntington Beach Pier.
Okay.
Hopefully we can find it. We found it the other day. But it's going to be sort of, if you head towards Orange County, it's going to be a little bit to the right of that. See that right over there? See that right there?
Yeah.
Okay, head towards that.
The white thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, the reason why that's important is because when you get to the Huntington Beach Pier, you're going to now enter the Class Charlie airspace again.
Okay.
Right when you hit the shoreline. If you look at the map here, you can see the Class Charlie has a shelf at 2,500 feet, which you are above. And when you hit the shoreline there at Huntington Beach Pier, you're going to now enter the Charlie. Now, you've established two-way radio communication, so you're good to go into the Charlie.
Okay.
Okay? Now, if the tower had, or if the approach had said to you, aircraft calling standby, you would not be allowed to enter the Charlie. You'd have to stay out. If he said to you, Cessna 172 Sierra Papa, Roger, standby, you would be.
Yeah.
Because he's acknowledged who's calling, right?
Yeah.
So let's look outside the plane, see if we can spot the Huntington Beach Pier. I know it's kind of hard to see from the sim where it is. Okay, it should be coming up soon.
Can't see it.
I think it's... Wait, look left. Yeah, see, it should be a little bit south of this whole wetland area. Right, so I think you're heading in the right direction. It's just not coming into... The object isn't uploaded yet, or loaded yet.
Oh.
It should be soon. There's an oil platform.
I see it.
You're flying over...
I see the pier.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, head straight for it.
Okay.
Good eyes there. Good eyes there. Okay.
Where is it?
Now don't don't descend just so you can take a look at it.
Cessna 172 Sierra Papa, have the Huntington Beach Pier in sight.
No, you're not over it yet. I told you to report over the pier.
Oh, okay.
All right, get back up to 3,000. You weren't cleared to descend.
That's because I was looking outside.
And we're going to do a 45 into the pattern for two. No, actually, we're going to do a base for. It was two left, right? Okay, check your gyro. I think it's good. It's good.
It's a little off.
A little bit off. A little more towards east. So set it 0 1 or 100. There you go. All right. There you go. Okay. All right. Now report over the pier.
Okay, Cessna 172 Sierra Papa is over the pier.
Cessna 172 Sierra Papa, fly heading 060, descend and maintain 1,500.
This fly heading 050.
060.
060, descend and maintain 1,500.
Okay, so that's going
to Sierra Papa.
Good. So now you're going to go descend, and you're going to drop the power to descend. Okay. And we are going to descend to 1,500.
Alright.
And that will set you up for a perfect base into
Orange County.
Orange County.
Alright.
Now, we're going to do left traffic 2 left, right?
Yeah.
Because 2 left was the active runway. Now, we should check ATIS. You want to pop ATIS real quick?
126 point.
Do you still have it dialed in somewhere?
Yeah.
Yeah. Make that active.
This is 12.
Oh, that's ground and tower. So, nope, you don't have it active. So, you can't check it.
Alright.
Alright.
Well,
Now, so at this point, if you can't check it, Cessna 172 Sierra Papa, John Wayne altimeter 3016. I don't know if that's right or not, but let's say that's what they do. And you check your altimeter, just say 3016.
Altimeter 3016. Do you want me to set it to 3016?
No, because I trust what it was. But if they suspect you don't have the ATIS, they would either tell you to get it or they'll give you the altimeter.
Okay.
And then the tower, when you go to land, might give you the winds on landing too.
But am I supposed to still go towards Seal Beach?
No, you're done. Now stop navigating. I've given you directions to the airport. Now you're gonna go right into base.
Okay.
Or as the tower instructs, and then you're gonna do a left turn into.
So is this the airport here?
Yep, that's the airport. You see it?
No.
Yeah, you see the terminal?
Oh yeah. I see
Okay.
it. And
So
there's
are you at
base.
1,500 yet?
About.
Okay. So level off and put your first notch of flaps in.
Alright.
Cessna 172 Sierra Papa, contact tower 126.8. 126.8.
126.8 to Sierra Papa.
Okay, now that's on your comm 2.
Yeah, it's
Okay, good. And then announce.
Cessna 172 Sierra Papa radar contact.
No,
No,
you don't say radar.
With you. No, I don't know.
All right, Cessna 172 Sierra Papa, enter left base for 20 left.
Cessna 172 Sierra Papa, left base.
Okay, so now you're far enough to be at base. So why don't you turn to 120, and you can. It's like you're in the pattern now. So remember the pattern work we did?
Yep.
Okay, so when you're on base, you can enter your second set of flaps.
Alright.
Okay, 120. Okay.
Oh, when you speed up.
Yep. And your second degree flaps. Okay, power up a little bit, and you want to get to 75, right?
Yeah, 74.
Okay, glance left to where your airport is. Glance left. Okay, you're almost there. Cessna 172 Sierra Papa, runway 202 left, cleared for landing.
Cessna 172 Sierra Papa, cleared to land, runway 2 left.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Good. Now you don't have to do anything but focus on that landing, okay?
Okay. That's nice.
So glance left. All right, and you're high. So, whoa! Remember, power, right? Okay, set to 500 feet per minute. You might need to do your last degree. You need to be a lot lower than you are now. Okay, so you should be at what, 800 feet, maybe 500 feet. You are way too high. You need to drop. Okay, last set of flaps. Good. Okay.
Right.
Power down. You
Should
need
I
to be
turn?
at like 700 feet per minute at this point.
Should I turn?
Yeah, turn towards final. You have 1,000 feet to drop, so you are way too high. Okay, so
I can do it.
you can do it. Okay, yeah, you could do it. Just dive bomb the landing. Okay. Oh, you went overshot. You overshot a little bit, but that's okay.
That's why I said turn.
Okay, so
now.
at this point, you have your 4 whites, right? You need to be 2 whites over 2 reds to get when you're back on glide slope. Okay, you're getting into glide slope now, so you can slow down your descent and power up a little bit. All right, you're on glide slope now.
Right,
you're where you're
now
supposed to be. Now just land, okay?
Okay.
It's easy to overshoot on a sim because you don't have that 3-dimensional space, you know,
Yeah.
like
so,
you would. I mean, you could very easily check, you know, without having to press a glance button, you know. All right, good. You're almost there. Remain on the glide. Okay, I'm gonna let you land. You center it up. You get it. So you do what you have to do. Okay.
Okay.
Good luck. Remember, you have full flaps, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Just check. Yep. Right on glide slope. Let's hope this goes well.
Yeah, a little low.
Low.
Watch your speed. You're doing good. You're lining up good.
Too low.
You're too low, but it's okay.
Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna land. Alright.
Good.
Power off. Just wait.
Right on center line. Good. Look down the runway. Whoa. Okay.
That was a little.
Okay.
Well, the initial touchdown was not too bad, but.
Okay. Cessna 172 Sierra Papa. Exit runway when able. Contact ground 120.8.
I should wait for the next one. Cessna 172 Sierra Papa. Exit runway when able. Contact tower.
Ground.
Contact ground on
1208.
120.8.
Okay, so you'll now here you can get off here at Gulf.
Yep.
And slow down the plane. Okay, the brakes are really sensitive with these SciTech yokes, or the SciTech brakes. It's one of my biggest complaints. It's like they I mean, just a little bit of tap, man. Then it's like your parking brakes on.
Yeah. Which way?
Okay, now stop outside and contact ground. So you're clear at Gulf, right? I'm going to bring up the airport again on the.
And contact ground.
So clean up the plane. Put your flaps back up. All right. Now contact ground.
Cessna 172 Papa.
Clear runway 2 left at Gulf.
Clear runway 2 left at Gulf.
And where do you want to taxi to? South parking, right?
Yeah, southwest. Or whatever. Yeah.
South parking.
Yeah. South.
Okay. Cessna 172 Sierra Papa, taxi via Bravo to South parking.
Cessna or taxi to South parking via Bravo to Sierra Papa.
Okay.
Okay.
And
so that's left, right?
And that's pretty much all the ATC at this point, unless you have an advisory on the way. So you'll stay on ground until you shut down, and you're gonna go ahead to where we were.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wow, those maneuvers were nice. We forgot to do like cross control and stuff.
Well, maybe we do cross control and we did the stall, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do cross control another time because there are a lot of maneuvers you need to learn to get a private pilot certificate.
Slow flight we didn't do. Oh wait.
We did slow flight, but we didn't do stall slow flight.
Yeah.
So there's quite a bit still we can do with maneuvers, but I think you had a very good flight today, and did pretty good. Yeah, watch out. Okay.
Is it here?
I think it's, yeah, if you want to, you don't need this anymore.
Oh, no.
But, yeah, just where we were parked, I don't really remember.
I'll just go here.
Yeah, now stay straight into the, stay on the center line. And then, yeah, they're not really parked where they should be.
Yeah.
All right, and then full stop.
So I'm gonna
full stop.
Turn here.
Well, yeah, you don't normally taxi into the tie downs. Yeah, you would. Okay, so shut down now. All of your avionics.
So strobe lights.
Yeah, all your lights off.
Okay, strobe
and your
lights off.
avionics off. Trim back to takeoff for the next guy.
Yeah. I trimmed it a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so
avionics off. Or you're following your checklist. Okay,
yeah,
follow
parking brake.
Parking brake set. Okay.
Throttle 800 to 1000 RPM.
Well, turn all your lights and avionics off first. I think.
It's.
Oh,
right
it doesn't
after.
say that. Oh, it's way.
Right,
oh, okay.
It's right after.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so throttle to 800. It's like right here.
Yep.
All right. Avionics off. Bus 1 and 2. Electrical switches except beacon. So
your fuel pump off. And the nav off. Okay. Now what?
Mixture to
cut off. Okay. Then turn off everything else, right?
Yeah. Ignition off.
Off. Fuel pump off. Beacon off.
Wait. Master switch off.
Yeah. And all your beacons and stuff off.
Fuel selector right.
Yep. Okay.
Hobs and tack times
record. Yeah. So yeah, but you need to turn your fuel pump and the beacon off at some point. See, you left them on. Okay, so just turn them off. Okay, you've completed the flight.
Woo!
So that's actually what we just did. Is an actual, is a very typical pilot. Pilot training hour.
Yeah, we didn't do all the maneuvers, but maybe we can make a part 2.
Or we can do another one maybe where we go into some of the others that we didn't do.
Next video, it should be fun. Airliner.
Oh, you want to do the airline next video?
Because I've been doing some off-camera work. I've learned how to start as a Boeing 737, and like how to. I know a little bit about the FMCs, which is.
Oh wow! You've been doing your homework.
Yes. So
all right. Cool.
That should be interesting.
Let's get an outside view here to end our flight. And we'd like to thank you everyone for joining us today, and hope that you learned something a little bit, and hope you had fun. And we'll see you next time on Father-Son Flight Simulator.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.